Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach. Happy end of Sukkot to each and every one of you. This evening we're going to be celebrating Simchat Torah, dancing with the Torah scrolls. We'll finish reading the end of the book of Deuteronomy and start right back up again with the opening verses of Bereshit, the opening verses of Genesis. So glad you are here to be with us this Friday evening. I'm Rabbi Matt Berger. I'm joined on the bima with our cantorial soloist, Allison Rosoff, and behind me, Ian, who's becoming a bar mitzvah, and will be leading some of the service this evening. Mazel tov to you, Ian, and to the entire extended Long family. So great to have all of you here with us, those who live close and those from far away. A special welcome, Bruchim Habaim, to those who are watching the live stream at home. We're going to begin with a holiday song, Chag Sameach.
And thank you to Joy for being here as well.
Joy! Unbelievable. That's probably the first time that I haven't introduced you. I apologize for that, and thank you, Allison, for reminding me. Joy Katz-Guthrie sporting the white hat today. Very, very nice. So Chag Sameach, happy holidays, you'll find right on the screen. The second part is Shiru, which means sing, happy holidays, Chag Sameach. Chag Sameach, yai la la la, ya la la. Chag Sameach, yai la la la, ya la la. Chag Sameach, yai la la la, ya la la. Chag Sameach, yai la la la, ya la la. Shiru, 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 Chag Sameach, yai la la la, ya la la. Shiru, 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 Chag Sameach, yai la la la, ya la la. Shiru, 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 Chag Sameach, yai la la la, ya la la. Shiru, 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 Chag Sameach, yai la la la, ya la la. We have a few special folks who will be helping us light the Shabbat and Yom Tov, the festival candles. Pleasure to call forward Roz Winston, as well as Sophie, Lily, and Rachel Long to help us light our Shabbat and festival candles.
Blessed are you, Lord our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of the Shabbat and this festival.
And we'll sing Shachianu together for reaching this time.
Ah
Mazel tov to each and every one of you. Well done. Let's continue reciting a prayer for Israel that you'll find right on the screen. Feel free to join me. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. May you bless the soldiers of the Israel Defense Forces and all who stand guard to protect our people. Shield them from all troubles and injury. Help them secure freedom without loss of life for all those held captive by the enemy. May they have strength and courage of heart in both Gaza and in the north in Lebanon. A special prayer for the festival of Sukkot, which will conclude this evening. You'll be able to find it right on the screen. Into the sanctuary, we have brought the symbols of Sukkot. The lulav that represents the human spine. May we stand straight with courage and integrity. The myrtle, whose leaves are shaped like eyes. May we behold the beauty and grandeur of the universe. The willow, which are shaped like lips. May we offer enduring words. And the etrog, which is shaped like the human heart. May love guide us from selfishness to service. God of Israel, let our senses be filled with love for you and your will. Let our harvest be shared with all. We'll continue now rising for the call to prayer, the words of the Baruch Hu, found on page 28 in your prayer book, Mishkan Tefillah. Join me in prayer for creation in the evening, Ma'ariv Arvim, on page 31. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time, you turn. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Arvim. Words of love, Ahavat Olam, on 33. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love? It's holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Hear, O Israel, we continue with the Shema on 34.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Feel free to be seated. We'll sing an English language version of the V'ahavta, Love Adonai, your God. Love Adonai, your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart. Teach them faithfully until your children speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise. Bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be a symbol between your eyes. Write them on the doorpost of your house and upon your gate, and upon your gate. Teach them faithfully until your children speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise, and when you rise, and when you rise. Let's read together, getting ready for our prayer of freedom on page 39, words of truth and faith. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we are taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there's a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. You'll find the words "To me, Kamocha," who is like you, God, sung during the time of the Exodus from Egypt on page 40 during the festival of Sukkot. As in the other two festivals and other times of the year, there will be special melodies for this prayer of freedom. So you're going to hear the Sukkot traditional melody for Mi Chamocha. Mi Chamocha Belim Adonai, Mi Chamocha Medarko Rategilo, Osefele, Adonai Himlo, Leolam Va'el. Let's try that together. Mi Kamocha Ba'elim Adonai, Mi Kamocha Nedar B'Kodesh, Lo Rategilo, Osefele, Adonai Himlo, Leolam Va'el. Let's continue with a prayer for shelter as we're just concluding our Festival of Shelter with the outdoor Sukkot or huts that we've enjoyed, many of us, this past week. On page 42, the words of Hashkivenu. Grant, O God, that we might lie down in peace and raise us up, our life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, haparei sukkot shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. This is the time of year where instead of reciting a blessing and a prayer for dew in the land of Israel, which is more of a summer, warmer weather mode, there's a seasonal shift in Israel getting toward the winter season. And on this very day, on Simchat Torah, rejoicing with the Torah, this is when we switch from the prayer to the dew to the prayer for the rain. And you'll see that in the second prayer of the Tefillah, which is on page 50. There's a little indentation in the prayer book. You'll see it very clearly on the screen. One says winter, one says summer, and we're going to be doing the winter prayer for the rain. So I'll invite all of us to rise for the opening words and blessings of the Tefillah, which begin on page 46. And we will be led by Ian.
Adonai Sivaitai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Ve'Elohei Avotenu, Ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, Ve'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel, Chasadim, Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasadei, Avot V'Imahot, Umei Vi Geula, Livnei V'Nehem, Lema'an, Shemo Be'ahava, Melech, Otzer, Umoshia, Umagain, Baruch atah Adonai, Magain Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah. Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye Hakol Ata Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv Haruach, Umo read, Hagashem, Michael, Chaim, Behesed, Mechaye, Hakol, Berachamim, Rabim, Somech, Noflim, Verofe, Cholim, Umatir, Asurim, Kayem, Emunato, Lishene, Hafar, Mi Chamocha, Baal, Givrot, Umi, Domeh, Lach, Melech, Mamit, Chaye, Umatz Mi'ach, Yeshua. Chaye, Umatz Mi'ach, Yeshua. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
We're going to continue with the Kiddushah, which Allison will lead us in.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך הסלע. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
All right, let's all say Yasher Koach. Well done to Ian. You can feel free to take a seat. And we'll continue with the blessings 4, 5, and 6. First, for the holiness of Shabbat, you can follow along in the prayer book on page 55. Baruch atah Adonai Mikadesh HaShabbat. Words of prayer called Avodah in Hebrew are found in the bottom of 56. Baruch atah Adonai Hamachazir Shechinato L'Tzion, that God's presence will always be with Zion and with Israel. And words of gratitude and thanks, Hoda'ah, are found on page 59. Baruch atah Adonai Hatov Shimcha Ulha Na'eh Lichodot. And a special prayer for the festival Tefillah, festival prayers, called Yalev Yavo. You can feel free to join with me. We're going to do festival of Shabbat-Simchat Torah at the bottom. Our God and God of our ancestors, be mindful of your people Israel, and recall our merit for good and grace, and in loving kindness and compassion for life and peace on this festival of Shabbat-Simchat Torah. Zochreinu Adonai Eloheinu, Bo Litova, Ufokdenu, Vo Livracha, Vehoshienu, Vo Lechayim. This day remember us for well-being. This day bless us with your nearness, and this day help us to a fuller life as we say together, Amen. And for our prayer of peace, we'll be singing Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom Bimromah, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. If you look towards your right, below all of the LED lights, which are all lit because we'll be observing Yizkor Memorial, as we do 4 times a year on Yom Kippur, on the end of Sukkot, Passover in the spring, and Shavuot, celebrating Torah, in the late spring. We have about 20 panels of our illustrated Torah that are open, which I'll invite you to look at following services, or even while I'm talking if you want to go and take a look at them. We actually have not one, but we have 2 of these illustrated Torahs, and they were the work of artist Michal Meron, who was born in Haifa, Israel, trained as an artist in Israel as well as Vienna, Austria. And for many years, she's been living in the Jewish quarter of Rome, which is very beautiful. And her works are shown not only in these illustrated Torahs, but throughout the U.S., Israel, and Europe. I'm going to share a little bit about 3 of the panels. I couldn't get the entire panel in there. It would be way too small for you to see. But the first panel, which is the first Torah portion in the first book of Torah, Genesis, talks about Bereshit, which is in the beginning. And you'll see in the top 2 colored pictures the first 6 days of creation from left to right. On the top, you'll have the creation of light. You can see the really neat colors of blues and whites, reds and yellows. Then the separation of water from the firmament, which is just a fancy word for sky. To the right of that, where you can see that verdant green, the earth providing all sorts of seeds, vegetation, and fruit. In the second middle panel that you can see all the way on the left, you can see the rays of the sun, a little bit of the moon, and the luminaries, all of the stars. To the right of that, right in the middle, you'll see the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky. And finally, on the right, humankind, Adam and Eve. In the lower panel, which you can see about half of it, but you can see the full one in the scroll itself, it features the 4 different rivers that were said to go into and flow into the Garden of Eden. And below that, you can't see them. You have Adam and Eve being driven out by the angel with the fiery swords. And also at the bottom of that panel, the story of Cain rising up against Abel. And throughout these panels, it's very, very tough to see, but there's Hebrew taken directly from the Torah portion, as well as a translation. And at the top, right below, where it says Bereshit, a selection from the corresponding prophetic verses, which in this Shabbat is from Isaiah chapter 42. If we go to the next one, and there are a total of 54 panels, as there are 54 separate subdivided readings of Torah, is Exodus, or Shemot, which actually means names in Hebrew. At the top, kind of in the arc, you'll see a whole bunch of guys with beards. So these are Jacob's 12 sons, and on the left, separated just a little bit, you'll see Joseph, and then the rest of his 11 brothers, because Joseph, at the time where the 11 brothers met him, was already second in command due to his ability to interpret 2 of Pharaoh's dreams, having to do with 7 years of famine, 7 years of growth, followed by 7 years of famine. Below that, kind of in that large central portion, you have a picture depicting the beginning of Israelite slavery, beginning the 400 years of servitude that would ultimately lead to the Exodus from the Egypt. God and Moses bringing the people to freedom through the Sea of Reeds. And down there, you'll see the River Nile, little baby Moses in the basket. Behind that palm tree, that's Moses' older sister Miriam. And then the one who's bending down in the blue to pick him up, that's Pharaoh's daughter and a couple of her attendants, because Moses was kind of caught in the reeds, and that caught the Pharaoh's daughter's attention to save him. And then the final panel that we're going to look at, that's a portion of the land of Israel, but subdivided into 12 different parts that actually extend to the east of the Jordan River into what was then Moab, like Moab, Utah, but that's what Jordan was called in biblical times. And Moses is there standing on that little mountain in Mount Nebo in Jordan, overlooking the beauty of the land of Israel, and the different geometric shapes and blobs and things like that. Those are the ancestral holdings of the 12 tribes of Israel, which are 10 of Jacob's sons, as well as Ephraim and Manasseh, who are Joseph's two sons who were born in Egypt. After the service, I'll invite you to take a look at the 20 or so panels that we have displayed. They're really, really quite beautiful. And for those who are regulars here, you notice that in the glass case in the foyer, we cue it up to the weekly Torah portion. And all this is an entree to our Torah service, which will have not one, but 2 Torah readings from Deuteronomy and also from the book of Genesis. At this time, I'll invite some individuals up with honors in the beginning of the Torah service. First, to open the ark, Ava Pierce and Lil Epstein. To hold the Torahs during the processionals, we're going to do not 1, not 2, but 3 different processionals, and this is where if you have the flags, it'll be great. We'll have 2 Torah holders for each of the 3 rounds around the sanctuary. The first 2 will be Sophia Schoen and Reese Short. And it's my pleasure to call upon my wife Ida and my son Avi to help undress the 2 Torahs as we prepare to read them. So I'll invite all of us to rise as we open the ark, take the 2 Torahs from the ark, and sing the words of the Shema, Hear, O Israel, together.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Lecha Adonai hagidula v'hagivula v'hativeret v'hanitzat v'hahod ki hu b'shamayim u'ba'aretz ki hu b'shamayim u'ba'aretz Lecha Adonai amam lecha v'mitnaseh דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, העולם עומד, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, העולם עומד.
All right, that's a lot of fun. Usually we only get one go-round with the Torah, but we did 3. Some synagogues, believe it or not, go all the way up to 7. And if you go to really, really large Jewish communities, many times they'll have these types of celebrations outside. I remember once when I lived in Boston after college, they would cordon off multiple blocks with those police barricades, and people would be partying in the streets, holding the Torah, reading from the Torah. It was really a lot of fun, and all over Israel you'll find these types of celebrations, perhaps a little less so this year due to the conflicts that are going on. So I'm going to be the reader for the end of the book of Deuteronomy, and this is the one time of year that everybody who's here in the congregation, regardless of if you're 5 years old or 95 years old, it's the one time where everyone can join in the Aliyah, which are the blessings literally going up before the reading of the Torah and then after the reading of Torah. You'll find them right there. It's customary when the end of a book of Torah is being read, or in this case, chanted, to rise in respect. And then following the chanting, we will, and I'll sing this to you so you can sing it back, say, Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek. May we be strong, may we be strong, may we all be strengthened by the wisdom and heritage of Judaism and the Torah. So I'll invite all of us, if you're able to rise, and we can recite and chant the Aliyah blessing before the reading of the Torah together. Baruch et Adonai Hamborah, Baruch Adonai Hamborach le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. So these last few verses are sharing the end of Moses' life, that never again would there be another prophet who knew God face to face and as personally as Moses knew God. V'lo kam navi od b'Yisrael k'Moshe asher yida'o Adonai panim el panim lechol ha'otot ve'hamoftim asher shelacho Adonai la'asot be'eretz Mitzrayim leparo ulchol avadav ulchol artso ulchol hayad chazaka Ulchol hamorah hagadol asher asa Moshe le'enei kol Yisrael. Almost sing Chazak, Chazak, v'nit chazek. Let's try that. Chazak, Chazak, v'nit chazek. And you'll find on the next slide the blessing after the Torah reading. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. You can feel free to be seated. And it's my pleasure to call forward Corey Short. He is going to be our Magbia, lifting the Torah scroll for all of us to see. Following that, Tammy and Michael Wolf will help address this Torah, and then we'll move on to a blessing for healing. So let's rise together as we sing V'zot HaTorah, and this is the Torah.
וזאת התורה אשר זה משה לפני בני ישראל. על פי אדוני ביד משה. Lai 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 ya la la lai ya lai la lai ya lai la lai lai la lai.
You'll find our healing prayer on page 253 in your prayer books as well as on the screens. We offer a prayer of healing to all those injured in the conflicts in Israel, both to the north and in Gaza. To these names, we add the following individuals in our community for healing: Joanne Beeman Fiddleman, Yonatan Reuven Ben Rivka, Charlie Burke, Tina Bruns, Kate Fagan, Heather Felser, Harry Fleisch, Mitchell Freifeld, David Friedlander, Carl Greenbaum, Don Hirschman, Jim Howard, Kathy Howard, Phyllis King, Jerry Longerich, Jonathan Marks, Tova Marks, Michael Renzino, Stephanie Ross, Dennis Schulman, Angie Sermanis, Jeff Stark, Carrie Taylor, and James Vaccarelli. Are there any other names to add at this time?
My father, George Stark. Misheberach Avotenu Mikor habracha Limoltenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us sing. Pleasure to call forward our second Torah reader, president of our congregation, Paula Rosoff. And once again, although there's no reason to stand for this go-round, we can all recite the Aliyah blessings before and after the reading after. Paula concludes the opening words of Genesis and the first couple days of creation. So let's recite these together. Baruch et Adonai Hamvorah, Baruch Adonai Hamvorach leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
I just got this first part. I'm sorry. Amen. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Ve'haaretz hayta tohu vavohu v'choshech al pnei tehom v'ruach Elohim merachethet al pnei hamayim. Vayomer Elohim yehi or, vayehi or. Vayahar Elohim et haor ki tov. Vayavdel Elohim ben haor uvein hachoshech. Vayikra Elohim laor yom v'lachoshech kara laila. Vayehi Erev, Vayehi Boker, Yom Echad.
Let's all say Yasher Koach to Paula for a beautiful chanting of the opening verses of Genesis, and for all of us to recite the Aliyah blessing right on the screen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei tam nata b'tochenu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah. This time to help us lift the Torah, pleasure to call upon Alon Wolf, our youth group director, and Jay Loveray to help us dress the Torah and to help us put the Torah back into the ark while we sing Torah is a Tree of Life. Pleasure to call forward once again Ava Pierce and Lil Epstein. Let's rise as the Torah is lifted. We can see the words of Genesis. Dun, 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 dun.
אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל. על פי אדוני ביד משה.
Remain standing for the words of the adoration, the Aleinu found on page 282.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות,
like to say Yasher Koach, which is well done for all of you who helped out with the honors during this service. Greatly, greatly appreciated. At this time, we will continue with our Yizkor Memorial Service. On the screen, you'll find an opening reading. You can feel free to recite along with me. Our loved ones live in our broken hearts, and at times that brings some measure of healing. Their acts of kindness and generosity are the inheritance they leave behind. We feel their absence, but the beauty of their lives abides among us. As it is said, the name of the one who has died shall not disappear. Our loved ones' names and the memories will endure among us, and these are the names on our lips and in our hearts. We now remember those who have died during the past calendar year. We fondly remember Jonathan Bernstein, Selma Biller, Bobby Chambers, Marie D'Alessandro, Mark Joseph Fial, Norman Fiddleman, Stephen Fishman, Leo Gilberg, Bruce Goldstein, Sherry Greenberger Baker, Sam Grossman, Jerome Karp, Eileen Klein, Louis Quall, Michael Leibowitz, Ann Lewis, Nick Martin, Penelope Meza, Edmund Colby Munger, Toby Nassiter, Hadrian Newman, Lober Padron, Carlos Rabasa, Miriam Richmond, Robert Rosen, Sanford Sonny Sadler, Stanley Schenker, Ina Singer, Robert Wallenstein, Billy Winters, and Sharon Worster. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Let's rise now for the traditional prayer of compassion, El Malay Rachamim. You'll find these words on the screen.
El Malay Rachamim, Shochem Bamromim, Amitzei Mechana Nechana, Tukash Chanafei Hashchina, Im Roshim Turim, Kezohar Giyam Asirim, Lenishmot Yakirenu Shechalchu Leolamim, Al Harachamim Yastirihu B'Seiter Knafav Leolamim, Mitzror B'Tzror HaChaim Et Nishmatam, Adonai Hu Nachalatam, V'ranuach V'Shalom Al Mishkavam, V'nomar Amen.
Feel free to join with me in the translation on the next slide. Merciful God, God Most High, let there be perfect rest for the souls of our loved ones who have gone into eternity. May they find shelter in your presence among the holy and pure, whose light shines like the radiance of heaven. Compassionate God, hold them close to you forever. May their souls be bound up in the bond of life eternal. May they find a home in you, and may they rest in peace as we say, Amen. Feel free to be seated as I read and Think of families in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days, mourning a loved one. As we fondly remember Sherry Greenberger Baker, cousin of Ellen Kessler and Robin Taylor, Ron Frankel, friend of Esther Klein, Shelley Gars, friend of Marnell Pluchak, and Stephen Fishman, husband of Michelle Fishman. We mark the yahrzeit anniversary of passing of the following individuals: Diana Arditi, Harry Barlas, Renee Becker, Doris Balinson, Sharon Burfanger, Morris Binstein, Matthew Burseth, Abraham Cooperman, Nisim Coriel, Betty Ann Curry, Gerald Greenman, Dorothy Lippman, Julius Perlman, Esther Regent, Tom Rettler, Peggy Rose, Salome Rosenberg, Ruth Rosenblatt, S. Daniel Skulnick, Estelle Schultz, Neil Scheidler, Malka Singer, Eva Suzanne Stein, and Nan Strauss. Are there any other names to mark for yahrzeit on this Shabbat? We say, Zichronam Livracha, may the memories of all of these good people continue to be a lasting blessing to their family, friends, and loved ones as we rise to offer the words of Kadisha Tome, the Mourner's Kaddish, words of praise found on 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechonu v'yomechonu v'chayei dekol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru.
Amen.
Yehei shmei rabbah mivarach le'alam ulamei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei dekudesha b'rihu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiran v'yalma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the one who causes peace in the heavens cause peace to descend on us, Israel, and throughout the world, as we say, amen.
V'imiru, 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 amen. V'imiru, 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 amen.
Feel free to be seated. Ian's going to lead us in the Shabbat Kiddush, blessing over the fruit of the vine, wine and grape juice being a symbol of joy in Jewish tradition. The prayer is also found on page 5 in your prayer books.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzav vanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hin chi lanu, tikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehila lemikra'e kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim ki vanu vaharta ve'otanu kidashta miho ha'amim ve'shabbat kodecha be'ahava uvratzon hin chalatanu baruch atah Adonai mechadesh hashabbat.
And let's say l'chaim, to life.
L'chaim.
What do you think?
Good.
Nice. All right. Any teenagers, young adults who want to join us right on the bima for our motzi blessing over the bread? Hopefully you have enough slices. Come on up. And you'll find the motzi blessing right on the screen. Motzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Motzi lechem min haaretz. Say B'tevo and enjoy this. The sibling crew on the bima, double sibling crew. Yes. All right, at this time, my pleasure to call Paula Rosoff once again to the bima. If you could, because I neglected to print out the regular announcements, bring one of those booklets, and it has a lot of the upcoming programs that were on the Microsoft Word document that is on my computer.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and Mazel Tov to the Long family on this wonderful occasion. Thank you, Rabbi and Allison and Joy, for providing beautiful services, and our tech team in the back, Sophia and Barbara, and all of our ushers and greeters out front. For announcements, we have the Veterans Breakfast coming up on a Sunday, November 10th at 10:30. All are invited to join. Brotherhood sponsors it. It's a full breakfast being served to honor our veterans. On Saturday, November 16th, there will be a Tat Shabbat here at 9 a.m. for families with young children. Everyone is welcome, but please RSVP to the office. Sisterhood will be sponsoring a Maj and Mingle and Manja Mahjong event on Sunday, November 17th at 5:30. Wonderful evening playing Mahjong or cards, and it is a fundraiser, and they will be providing dinner, Italian style. Please RSVP to the temple office or on our website. There will be a family game night coming up on Wednesday, November 20th. Lots of fun to be had, playing all kinds of board games and card games. And then, last but not least, please save the date for March 7th and 8th, when we'll be celebrating our 50th anniversary here at Temple Shabbat Shalom. Thank you and Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much, Paula. And a special treat for our closing song in honor of Sukkot. You'll find it right on the screen. So I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Under the Boardwalk, that song by the Drifters. So Cantor Julie Silver did a nice Sukkot-themed version of this called Under the Sukkah. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, when the month of Tishrei comes, you know it's true. And the autumn sun beats down, it shines on you. Under the sukkah, just wait for me. And we'll spend sukkah together, that's where we'll be. Can you see the gourds of yellow, gold, and red? Oh, how I love to see cranberries above your head. Under the sukkah, just wait for me, and we'll spend sukkah together. That's where we'll be. Under the sukkah, shake the lulav. Under the sukkah, shake it with the etrog. Under the sukkah, we'll celebrate. Under the sukkah, don't those veggies look great? Under the sukkah, sukkah. Now they say the Jews were wandering deserts dry, but through the roof of their flimsy booth, they saw stars in the sky. Under the sukkah, just wait for me, and we'll spend sukkah together. That's where we'll be. Under the sukkah, shake the lulav. Under the sukkah, shake it with the etrog. Under the sukkah, we'll celebrate. Under the sukkah, don't those veggies look great? Under the sukkah, sukkah. Happy holidays and Shabbat Shalom. Join us for the oneg right behind you in the social hall, and Mazel Tov, Ian.